Hey, just a quick video today. Seems like I've got acid reflux from all my stress and anxiety. That is why I haven't been using the mic. Uh, I have been very depressed. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Just a lot of things that have happened in the past year have really worn me down. And, that's why I have not been using the mic, and I apologize. I hope that I'm on some antacids right now. I hope that that will help soothe my sore throat and stuff like that so that I can do all the stuff that's coming out throughout the month. Now, this month is pretty crazy for niche action game fans. There's quite a bit happening. I was honestly not prepared for it at all, but luckily, since Berseria came out late last month and I pre-purchased it way before it came out, I should be able to get them all. The first one will be Bleed 2. Bleed 2 is going to be out on the 8th. I'll be getting that pretty much day one. I really liked the first Bleed game. I think it was a really good example of how to do a stylish action game on a budget. It's made by one guy, and Bleed 2 looks like it's going to be even better. It seems like he's refined the mechanics and stuff like that, so I'll definitely be playing that probably on the 8th, regardless of whatever's going on with the Berseria backlog. Berseria still has the AI glitch, and the fix that I mentioned is actually only a partial fix. Kyle Dayan actually put out like a real fix for it that gives you three virtual controllers. But the problem is that since the AI is considered to be a human player, if they stay close to the battle boundary for too long, you can actually leave the battle without your permission. So it'll just randomly kick you out sometimes, which is very catastrophic if it happens when you're fighting a dire foe. You grind for a dire foe, and then what ends up happening is they just leave. I think it's happened to me two or three times so far. So I'm actually not going to be playing it anymore, at least not at a high capacity until that glitch patch comes out. The next thing that will be coming out is Ys Origin for the Vita and PS4. I'm probably not going to get that day one unless I hear some pretty rock solid impressions. .mu, they do a lot of the classic ports and stuff. I remember when they did the PlayStation Experience back in December, people were talking about how exciting it was to have Windjammers with NetPlay on a modern console. But then we saw that .mu was doing it. Their ports have been very inconsistent lately, pretty much in general. So I don't know if I'm gonna take a full just blind risk on that. I'm probably gonna wait for some impressions. In the event that I do, I have a Vita capture card, so I should be able to put out a port review series for that. That one is not set in stone. Like I said, I'm gonna have to wait and see if it's actually a good port or not. If it actually runs at 60 FPS and doesn't have any random inconsistencies and stuff like that, like most of their ports do, then I will get it and I'll do a review series on that. It won't be a mainline series or anything. I've already played through over half of that game on Steam. It's mostly just for when I go visit my friends next month. If that happens, it'll be nice to have that available. So I'll kind of return the favor and I'll get the port review out as soon as possible. Next thing that I'll be doing is River City Ransom Underground got a finalized release date for the 27th a couple days ago. I did not back that game. I wish I had. It seems like they had a pretty big struggle to get that game funded. It seems like they've went above and beyond to deliver something really great. I have not played it, but I've watched pretty much every trailer. I did play River City Ransom as a kid. I probably played that a lot more than Double Dragon as a kid. I did play Double Dragon 1 and 2. Uh, it should be fun. I hope that it'll be as good as it seems. I know what it is with beat 'em ups is you can't be picky with them. They don't come out that often, and that one seems like the highest quality one we're going to get for quite some time. So between all those projects, I will be doing Berseria. We're all waiting for the patch. I played with the workaround for about 30 hours, but it got to the point I just realized that I couldn't really play it. Like if there's a high chance of the AI just randomly making you leave battle without your permission, it really kind of makes things more difficult than they're supposed to be, especially when you're fighting dire foes. It's a significant grind to get them to appear. It can take several minutes, maybe even 20, 30 minutes, depending on what your luck is and what difficulty you're on. and to have them just randomly leave is just completely demoralizing. And I will have to do that to farm grade for New Game Plus playthroughs. So I'm going to be waiting on that. For now, you guys can enjoy the backlog. I'll probably play some other stuff in the meantime. Apparently, the patch is supposed to go out today, but that depends on if they don't find anything else major. Which, given the Namco ports have been, I don't know, they're like an abusive relationship at this point. Like, they port games that you want, and it's awesome that they're on PC, but there's always these random problems, and it seems like Berseria probably won't have it as bad as Xenoverse 2, because Xenoverse 2 has all the internet connectivity issues and netcode stuff that kind of, I guess, makes it difficult to fix things, whereas this is a single-player game. So I hope that they'll actually hold up to their word today and they'll actually fix it, but if they don't, then I'll be playing some other stuff. There's also the Capcom DLC for Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors, which I'm kind of on the fence about. I like that they have so many different ships that you can play in the game. The amount of playstyles and accuracy and attention to detail in that game is awesome. But at the same time, they charge you $12 for basically recycled levels, and you still can't play them in the CS mode. I really don't understand why they don't do that. Maybe it's just they don't want to code them in, or they don't want to, I don't know, make the grind worse or something. But I think I would like that DLC a lot more if you could use them in that mode. It would help to break the monotony. I think you only have like 10 ships or a dozen ships that you can use normally in CS mode, whereas with the DLC you would have pretty much double that at this point, even more so when the next 3 ships come out. I think it comes out on the 15th. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that. Bleed 2 is only going to be $8. I think River City Ransom is only going to be 15, so I should be able to get pretty much all those things if people are interested. Let me know what you guys would like to see. I also have revamped my Patreon a little bit. I know it's been a little bit bare bones. One of the major changes that I made is I put a goal on there so that I could potentially get more more risky projects and stuff like that. There was some stuff I wanted to do like Fate Extella, but the ad revenue's been so bad lately that I just couldn't feasibly take a risk on it. I added a goal. I also added a new backer reward, which would be you can get a personalized video or guide from something that I covered in the past. It is limited to things that I still have access to. I mean, there are some games that I've traded in. I did trade in Xenoverse 2. I still have that game on PC, but it's so broken it's just not even worth playing. So if you do back me at that goal, I think it's a $10 goal for that. You'll have to let me know what it is. You can contact me on here or on Patreon, and we can work something out. Anyway, that's all. There's lots of exciting things happening this month. I'm sorry that I have not been using the mic that much. It's kind of hard to just put on a mask and seem like you're okay when you're really just hurting inside. And I've had a lot of problems and stuff that I've been dealing with. Now I've had this acid reflux and sore throat that I'm working on. I hope that by the time I get down to the bottom of the acids, I'll be back to normal. If not, I will escalate it further. I know it's nothing major, but it has definitely impacted my ability to stream. My anxiety and my stress has been really rough. So I hope you guys appreciate, I do this every day, and it is not easy sometimes. Sometimes I struggle to put up anything, which is why I've been just falling back to doing no mic stuff. I hope that by the end of the month, probably by the time that River City Ransom comes out, I'll be in a better state and I'll be able to put out some guides and stuff like that. I know a game like that, guides are going to be well sought after because there's probably not going to be many people playing it, and the big channels that do are probably not going to have much experience or passion for the genre at all. So that's probably going to be the next big project that I do. I used to play River City Ransom a lot when I was at my friend's house when I was little, so I'm actually pretty excited that there's a new one. I played most of the Kunio-kun games in varying, lengths of time, so that should be pretty fun. Anyway, like I said, I'll go ahead and repeat it since it's a pretty long video. I will be doing Bleed 2 for sure. Ys Origin Vita would probably just be a port review series video. I'm probably going to wait for someone else to be guinea pig on that one because .mu's quality is all over the place. There is the Capcom DLC for Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors, which I will most likely do. I'm not going to set it in stone just yet. And then River City Ransom Underground on the 27th I'll be doing for sure. So lots of new content. Hopefully this patch for Berseria works out fine so that I can finish that game and do some new game plus runs and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying the combat. It's just it's really held back by the AI bug and the fact that the workaround is not a complete solution. It actually causes some other problems. So get your fingers crossed that this patch will fix it and I can go back into that game and hopefully finish it before all the rest of these other projects come out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and post my links in the description. I'll post my Patreon there. You guys can go ahead and look over it. If you have any other suggestions, you can let me know. The last thing that I really need to get at this point is a new capture card. And I'm sure you know anybody who has a partnered YouTube channel can probably tell you that if they don't have a Patreon or they're not making a significant amount on Patreon, it is increasingly harder to afford new things for your channel or upgrades and stuff like that because of how low the revenue is. Like the revenue I'm going to get next month is going to be pretty depressing. So I hope that I'll be able to work on my Patreon a little more when I'm feeling a little better and I can get that new capture card. Nair, I know people are going to ask for that. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm going to wait until some impressions come out. It also depends on when the PC port is coming out. I can't really reliably record it with the capture card that I currently have. I'll do some more work on it and see if I can get it working. But it also clashes and conflicts with my traveling. If I did get it, it probably would not be on day one. But I've so much stuff coming out this month, and then there's the Berseria New Game Plus runs and stuff that I'll probably have plenty of other content to do to keep you guys, entertained between them. Anyway, thanks for understanding. Lots of exciting things are happening. I hope that I'll feel a little better, knock out the last of these anxiety and stress symptoms, and just be back to normal. Anyway, catch you guys.